The plan is we're going to build from this forest to this sawmill, and then we're going to have a boat. I was thinking maybe down in this little cove, possibly, or you could actually do it here, I suppose. Although we're going to have to figure that out when we get to it. The main issue is it's going to cost us a lot to dig the ground out. So yeah, ship dock here somewhere, and then the ship's going to take it over here to Crosset Tools Factory. And then that's going to make me some wooden tools. So I need to try and destroy as little trees as physically possible, which is a big task. So I think the best bet here is to run it down. Obviously I can't run it down on the beach here, but running down on the beach as much as we can over here, because that's going to save our forests, save the animals, and save our money, more importantly. Excellent! Right, we've got our road set up now. Now we need to do some more destruction of the environment and place a truck station down. Now I'm going to try and destroy as little as possible. So it's going to go down on this side near the beach. Because I'll go on this side, it's going to destroy all this, and the same for that side. So yeah, here's the best spot. And I actually want to make this a bit longer as well. So please don't give me a collision error. Hell yeah! Alright, that's what I'm talking about. You can see this maintenance cost straight away popping up. Game's reminding me, hey man, you're losing money. Last investment was 900k. This road, 900k. Nearly $1 million for a road. And that is the brutal mode that I have installed on this save. The brutal mode makes this game mode extremely hard because it means everything is so expensive. So we have our truck stops now. We need to name the route first of all to Plum, For, to Soar. Okay, so we've got that one now. Let's put some vehicles on this route. So we're going to need about 5, I think, to start off. I don't think 5 is actually going to be enough. But for now, 5 is a good number. 5 gets us going. Wow, this thing is filling up quick. Look at this. Look how quickly they're making logs. Oh, as soon as I say that, of course they slow down. Yeah, look at that. It's going really quickly. Okay, we're going to need some more trucks. So, straight away, I thought we were going to have to wait for a little bit. But no, they're not messing around today. So, we're going to duplicate those. Yes. 5 more, so 15. I think 15 should be a good number. Let's just test it out. But I definitely at some point soon want to set a railway up through here because it's just excellent, really. Not even a goods railway, that can come second, but just from Summerland to Westhampton to Fancy Gap to Grosset, that's just the main locations that need to be taken to. But I think that was definitely something that I'm really interested in doing. And it would also be nice to, obviously, after we've done that, get the coffee, the wood, the trash, and the mail going, and the fish. And the silver. There's a lot. Oh, and the machines. A lot of stuff on this route. Okay. But yeah, we'll forget about that for now. Maybe that's for another episode. But it's not too far away from Lumpkin, as you can see. And it does kind of tie in to Lumpkin, because Lumpkin does have to go over here to this tools factory in Crosset to get its produce. Ship dock. So one of these goes down here-ish. So like, trying to be very careful with this. So like there, 300k, sure. And then we're going to have to do some flattening. I'm going to just dig that there. Oh wow, that is expensive. Jesus Christ. Alright, well I think I did do a good enough job with that hole. So that's okay. That is crazy though. 700k and I barely dug a hole. Like, the hole's good enough, sure. The boat can still dock here. It's enough room, but wow, that was expensive. Unbelievably expensive. Okay, and now we have enough money to set the boat up. So if we go over here to the dock, we're going to buy this one here, I think, with the Wilhelm the First. It looks like it's the best one to me because this is costing a lot more money, so let's buy one of those. The dock's going to take the logs to the next location via the ship, and when the ship has brought the logs, it's going to go back, and while it's going back, it'll be making some tools. I think that's about it for that. Oh, what's he doing? Where are you going? It's the wrong way. It's nowhere near the right way. Alright, so it's not going to be very profitable the first time around, but we do have 12 pieces of wood loaded onto the deck here. Not very many at all, sure, but that's actually very dangerous what they've done. They've loaded it all on the starboard side, so that could be very dangerous. Well, I suppose it is the 1850s, so it didn't really have much health and safety. But even so, and there's a cannon as well to fight off pirates. That's awesome. That is so cool. That is really cool. Currently 28 wood in the dock, and our ship is going to bring over the wood from this port. It's going to take it all the way over here, over to Crosset Tool Factory. It's going to drop it off. It's going to collect these tools, that the factory is making these wooden tools, and then it's going to load those back up, go all the way back over here. So we're actually making double the money from this boat, which is absolutely great. Now, the issue I'm thinking here, if the demand, it's not at the minute, but if the demand gets a little too high, that's going to be an issue for us, because currently we only have the one boat. Now, what I can do is I can go ahead and build another one. There's enough room here to a little bit of land modification, sure. But if I change the terrain very slightly, I can fit another one of these in. And because it's brutal mode, every ship needs a little shipyard. Don't worry about the fact I just had to check what it was called. We could do with a conveyor belt of some kind. Obviously not in the 1850s, but later on in the game, a conveyor belt would be nice. We could drag some conveyor belts down here. We wouldn't have to pay these drivers. Alright, let's just get as many as we can. Right, I think that's a fair amount. Let's get one more actually for 50. There we go, 50. Excellent. And over here is now a colossal traffic jam. It's like, look at them, they're all like little ants. They're literally looking like ants. Do you remember when you were a kid and you watched the ants for hours? Was it just me who did that? Lumpkin is on plus 20. However, minus 10. Now this is what I was worried about. Not a big deal, sure, not a big deal, only minus 10. But what I wanted to do, which I will do eventually, is run a train behind this mountain because there's too much emissions going through this town and it is not good whatsoever. Cannot be doing with emissions, so we're definitely going to run a train track behind this mountain as soon as possible, although this is not viable at this point in time because the trains from the 1850s suck! They really suck. Like, I've done some maths, 1850 starter train, terrible, cannot pull anything. That and the track's going to turn a little bit, it just won't have any acceleration, and there's hills, it just won't work, there won't be enough money to do that. So trucks is definitely a way better option here, but it's something that I'll do in the future. Looks like our ship's coming back. How much money have you made? 146k is excellent. That'll keep us at least afloat when the tax man comes. 100k just for the docking rights, that is stupid. That is actually stupid. Well, at least we've got the new docking, that's excellent. Ah, and finally some tools in our pickup. I would quite like to master Lumpkin relatively early on, just so we have something to fall back on, especially with the taxman, but just in general, something to fall back on. If something goes wrong over in here, we have for example, massive route here from Summerland, Westhampton, Fancy Gap, Crosset, Felicity, Spring Hill, and then maybe Waitley and the Zelma, and then basically all those links all together. And if that route goes horrifically wrong, because it's a high setup cost, it's a high risk, if that goes horrifically wrong, at least we have something to fall back on with Lumpkin. Ah, look, by the looks of things we can hold 200 because there's an extra row now. Okay, amazing. So that, yeah, do I want to spend my only remaining boat on just an additional thing for support for this boat? Like, do I want to do that? It's a big thing to do because I can't use the Zoroaster because this is a fuel-only boat. So I don't know. It's a tricky question. So yeah, as soon as I get the available trains I need, all of this road's going. Apart from this, maybe, I don't know, maybe we might have some industrial estate here with like a small train that's just shunting these fuel up and down, and some sort of like sorting area here in the middle. That makes a lot of sense. But yeah, this is obviously going to go eventually. We can't be having all these sprawling roads all over this this little city here. That can't be doing with that. It's got to look nice, got to work. So I'm probably going to end up using like a steam train, small shunter, shunting up and down, nothing too fancy, like probably smaller than some of the vanilla vehicles on the railway, because I know there's some small ones on there, but they are still quite expensive. So yeah, we'll get something small running on here, just shunting stuff about, and then something slightly bigger that's going to go from oil refinery to fuel refinery, and then to forest, to the sawmill, and then back to the oil refinery, and doing that sort of route. I think that would be great. It's a shame that we can't have oil on the same train as wood, and it's kind of also a fair distance to go, and it's mostly flat, so I think a train would do the job pretty fine there. So I don't know, we'll get to that at some point, but obviously not right now because the trains suck in 1850. Let's make that very clear. Ship is over here now. It's just pulled out and it's just made a great profit of nearly 200k. That is some hella profit right there. We made a loss of only 20k, that's very cheap, and then we made a profit of 200k. And that, my friends, is how you do profit with ships, I suppose. Like, it's actually almost ludicrous how much money I've made. I've actually made, so that's 221, and then that's 31. So I've made about 190k. Traveling like a really long way across this ocean, and it's making all this money. It's actually crazy. And then there was this 1 month here where the stock must have been really high. We made 264k, which is absolutely crazy too. And the production's on the up for both sides, so it's only going to get higher. But there's one last thing that I want to do before the video ends, and that is I want to make another one of these, because I've actually made my mind up. The Riggy is going on this route. We need the money. It's a lot of money. You can't turn down money, can you? So let's do that, and that was a lot of money there. Let's do that, and then let's get one of these guys to go nicely in line, please, game. So this is kind of tricky. You got to position it perfect, otherwise it looks ugly. One of those right there. Lovely. So now we have a house for this one. Also, I'll clean this up as soon as I have the money too. It's just I needed to dig a hole just straight up. If I didn't dig a hole, it wouldn't work. And then we need to do the same here. So flatten this out. Now this is going to be costly. Let's try this. So 3, 2, 1. And there we go. I ran out of money instantly. There you are. Time to take out a loan. Alright, there we go. There's a loan. And spin it around a little bit. And flatten that. I actually went way too far there, but oh well. That's fine. And there we go. We can buy a boat now. So quickly buy the Riggy. That's now crossing the ocean. Full load, of course. A bit more expensive than Wilhelm I. Bit faster as well, though. This has been episode 2, and if you enjoy this sort of content, please feel free to press the subscribe button. It helps me out a lot, and it doesn't cost you anything. We'll see you in episode number 3. See you soon. Bye bye.